If there's anything you feel you want to do in life, do it because you know you want to, not because you feel you have to, not because society's pressuring you or your parents or somebody, your family saying you have to do this. Do you know how many people become doctors and lawyers against their will and they're miserable their entire lives because they have to fit in what their parents expect from them? Because we're a family of doctors, so there's no exception. You will go to medical school, young man. That kind of garbage. When this person probably wanted to be a race car driver or a freaking jet pilot for the Air Force and do something that they love to do and, follow their passion and their dream. But instead, they have to be forced for their parents to live vicariously through them. This happens a lot. That's another thing. You have these parents who go take their kids to like baseball games and play in the little leagues, and these parents are living vicariously through their kids. And then when they get up into the ranks of high school and start playing pro ball, that's how they live, like, because they were too afraid to go live their own dreams when they had that shot. And that's what you deal with. And then unfortunately, you find yourself doing things in life that you don't want to do just to make your family happy. And you're going to do that at the sacrifice of your happiness going right out the window. Don't force somebody to do something they don't want to do. Ask them, what would you like to do in life? And allow them to, create that path for themselves and walk it. You're not taking them by the back of the neck and going, okay, you're going to walk the path I created. Now kick them in the butt and on your way, go, walk. You think they're going to be happy? Every step of the way, they're going to be miserable. I see that all the time. Straight truth. We're each given different roles and missions in life, purposes, passions. Your passion is your purpose. Whatever your passion is, you have to allow that to unfold before you and walk that path. It's not something you follow, it's something you create. It's just that simple. Like they say, seek a path of least resistance. And I'm like, forget that lunacy. Create a resistance free, supernatural, spiritual highway that you immerse yourself in and allow those energies to take you to the destination of your dreams. Why in God's name are you going to seek a path that has resistance, irregardless of the level of resistance, of if it's great or lesser than? Why would you want to do that? They're basically programming you, telling you your life will always have problems. So the lesser of two evils is always the best road. BS. There's no such thing as the lesser of any evil, because evil by its very virtue and its nature is just that, evil. That's like saying what's deadlier, a shotgun or a pistol? They're both going to kill you. A shotgun has more power, but that pistol has enough power to take your life. So it's lunacy. It's just lunacy. The things that they get you to do and you do without question. And this video is no different. People, unfortunately, they do what they're told, not just by society, but by their parents, and they wind up becoming miserable. This system tells you what to do. That is the root cause of your misery and your suffering. Suffering is voluntary. Worrying is a wasted emotion, problems are illusions. But this is the root cause of your suffering, because you are following what they're telling you. You must have this and you must do that, and you're trying to fit in with what they created, their plan, their formula, which is unnatural. It runs contrary to the very intrinsic nature of the vibrational frequency of your soul. This is the reason why all this stuff doesn't work out in the end. This is why the divorce industry is 10 times more than the marriage industry. The marital industry makes billions. The divorce industry makes 10 times that. For a reason. Because you're trying to fit in with something society says is socially acceptable. But the truth is that not too many people are meant to be together. If you want to be with somebody, be with them because you want to be with them, because you click. If you want to get married, get married. If that's what you both want to do, there's nothing wrong with it. But what I'm saying is that don't just do what you're told because society's telling you you must be married with 3.2 children and have a house and da-da-da-da and make a six-figure a year salary and all this stuff. That's the plan they laid out. That's their formula. That's the reason why people are miserable and unhappy, because you're following what other people are telling you. And your parents and your family are no different. If you don't want to be a doctor, don't be one. Be what you want to be, man. That's how you express yourself. That's where you get your happiness from. There's so many reasons why you're unhappy and miserable. First, you're plugged into a satanic matrix and you're disconnected from your higher self. Secondly, you're doing what you're told. Get up, make money, make something of yourself. What does that mean? Make something. In other words, if I don't follow your formula and I don't make 19 figures salary a year, that I'm a nobody. Yeah, that's what it means. Look up in the dictionary of the definition of the word success. It says it. Cash, fame, notoriety, power, glory. It's BS. It's all programming. True success is genuine happiness. True happiness is genuine success. If you're happy, you're successful. That's it. That's it. If you're happy with yourself and what you're doing in your life, that's it. You have people living out in the Middle East, living on a dirt floor. Family of 5, 6, 7, happy as anything. They don't have any material possessions. They're just happy because they're connected to something genuine. You're connected to something disingenuous, the system, and it will continue to provide you these disingenuous experiences. And from that, you're going to become miserable because you can't derive anything of a natural source that's substantial because it's all false illusions and it's poison. It's a false energy, just like a candy bar. Takes you up, down you go, crash hard. It's a false energy. That's what you're going to expect when you assume the false identity to fit in with their system. So this is what is expected of you when you click into that system. You only have two choices in this life. You either plug into that system or you plug into yourself. You know, when you plug into yourself, you're plugging into the earth and Mother Nature and everything else that goes with it. That's the biological, natural, organic universe. When you plug into that system, it's synthetic, it's virtual, it's artificial, it's unnatural, it's inorganic, it's you know, it's processed and generic and sterile. So, you know, you have to just understand this is where all this is coming from. And this is why these people are pressed to be doctors and lawyers, because society says you have to make something of yourself. You have to impress others, not express yourself. So you're going to spend your life becoming something you don't want to be just to make others happy. But what does that leave you? At the sacrifice of your happiness going. So that means for the rest of your life, you're going to be miserable and pretend you're happy, which makes the situation worse. You know, that's why people quit their corporate job. They say, I can't do this anymore. I can't fit this false identity. I got to be me. I have to live my purpose. And my purpose is my passion. My passion is my purpose. You know, I can't do what my father wants or my parent wants. Forget that. Who cares what bragging rights they get when they're with their friends having dinner? Well, my son just graduated medical school. That's all that comes down to, folks. So they can brag to their friends how wonderful their children are because they're doctors and lawyers and such and so forth. That's all it comes down to. Impressing others, not expressing yourself. So let me end this video by saying, be yourself, no matter what that is, because you know what? God doesn't make mistakes. The only mistake you're going to make is by not being yourself and trying to follow what they're telling you you should be. And that is where your conflict and your turmoil will arise, and you won't be able to resolve it because you will always know deep down inside you did something that's run contrary to the very nature of your soul. And that isn't going to sit right with the grander scheme of the universe where you came from and where you will return.